June 24th, 2017, my son was critically injured in an automobile accident. We got transported from the hospital in Soldotna to the airport, and LifeMed was there with the fixed wing aircraft.
He had head injuries and wasn't breathing on his own and required a ventilator to support his respirations. And then he had some other orthopedic injuries as well. With him not being responsive and being sedated and on the ventilator, it was difficult to assess his level of consciousness and how bad his head injury was. But we were able to provide the level of care that he needed to be transported to Children's Hospital at Providence, and that needed to happen pretty quickly.
We're just glad that it worked out the way it did, and they were able to get us there quickly and keep him alive while he was on his way.
Mason was one of my miracle kids, as far as transports, from how incredibly sick he was at the time to how completely recovered he is.
I can't say enough about the staff at LifeMed and the follow through and the care and compassion. Just the visits that they came back and checked on him in the hospital. I felt very much that they cared for the outcome of the situation. It wasn't just a transport.
Sometimes we transport adult patients or geriatric patients, and we don't get to see them, or they're only in the hospital for a few days, or they move really quickly through the system, or they get transferred to Seattle, and so then we don't get to really follow up with them. But with Mason, his parents were so open to us still being involved, and they allowed us to be part of it, and they allowed us to come back in and visit him and see it. We would be in pediatric ICU dropping off another patient, and we would duck into his room to see how he was going, or we'd be in adult ICU and we'd want to stop over and check and see how he was doing. And then when he did go home, we still all stayed in touch and followed how he was doing, because it was just such a miracle how well he did. I
would like to thank LifeMed and just their outstanding staff. They've all been very much committed to what they do.
And he's one of 1,300 transports I've done since LifeMed started, and just to have one that sticks out that much in 1,300 was pretty incredible. It's just super grounding to see a patient that was that critical who is now doing this well.